Greetings everyone. In the last video, we explored object-oriented programming in Python, uncovering encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, and inheritance. Now imagine diving into a new example where we bring these concepts to life once more. Imagine if we want to create a passenger class. Each passenger will have attributes for their first name and last name. We'll then instantiate two passengers, passenger 1 and passenger 2, each with their respective names. Finally, we'll demonstrate accessing these attributes to retrieve information about each passenger. Class, passenger, ref, init, self, first underscore name, last underscore name. So put first underscore name equal to first underscore name, self put last underscore equal last underscore name. And now let's create passenger 1 and passenger 2. Passenger underscore 1 or 2, then of our class, which is passenger. And then we put the first name and last name. So write Sarah and Joe. With passenger underscore 2, passenger, as in Lulu, and then and now let's access the information. So if we write passenger underscore 1 dot first underscore name, we got Sarah. And if we do the same for 2, we get Lulu. This code defines a Python class called the passenger that represents a passenger with first name and last name. It then creates two instances, which are objects of the passenger class, which are passenger 1 and passenger 2. And finally, it accesses and prints the value of specific attributes of these instances. We created an init method, which initializes the attributes first name and last name of a passenger object. The self parameter refers to the instance being created. Then we create two instances of the passenger class, passenger 1 and passenger 2, with first and last name. So when we run the code, passenger underscore 1 dot first name, it returns Sarah, which is the value of the first name attribute of the passenger 1 instance, and the same for Lulu. Now imagine if we want to make a function inside this class, for example, make a function which returns the full name of the passenger. So def underscore name, I put self, and write return f string, and we write our message. For example, we have a passenger with a full name, so we have passenger with a full name, self dot first underscore name, and self dot last underscore name. Now print passenger underscore 1 dot full name. We got an error because we wrote full name without underscore. So we got our message. We have a passenger with a full name, Sarah Joe. And if we do the same for passenger 2, we have a passenger with a full name, Lulu Bianco, because we put passenger 2, passenger, the name of our class, and then Lulu and then Bianco. Now let's add extra function that returns a message based on the gender. So for example, function is called def greeting self, and here we write, for example, if gender equal male, then return hello Mr. and if gender equal to female, and then return hello Mrs. But firstly, we have to create the gender in the init. So here, gender self.gender equal gender. If self.gender equal male, then return our message with a string, so hello Mr. and then we put self dot last underscore. In case of a female, return hello Mrs. and self dot last name. Self dot gender equal female, return hello then Mrs. and then I put self dot last underscore name. Now let's access our function. Let's create first a new passenger. Let's call it passenger 3 and we call it passenger for the name of our class. And then here we have to put first name, last name, and gender. First name is called Muhammad, and last name Ali, and gender. And now, before we test our greeting function, we have also to add gender for Bianco and for Sarah. Otherwise, we will get an error. So, male here and female here. Now let's print to test our function passenger underscore 3 dot greeting, the name of our function. We got hello Mr. Ali because we put in the greeting function if self.gender equal male, then return me the message hello Mr. and then the last name. Self.gender equal female, return hello Mrs. and then self.last name. And because we put for Muhammad Ali put male, then we got hello Mr. Ali. And now what if we want to make a function to add a number for each passenger? In this case, we have firstly to create a number. So we put here number equals 0. And then here in the init function, we have to write the name of our class, which is passenger dot number and then plus equal 1. So in the case of creating any passenger, Python will add 1 to the number which initiates with 0. Passenger 1 will take 0 plus 1, passenger 2 will be 0 plus 1 plus 1 which is 2 and so on. So after first passenger, we write print passenger underscore 1 number and the same for passenger 2 and the same for passenger 3. Now let's print passenger 1 we got 1, for passenger 2 we got 2, and for passenger 3 we got 3, and then the message hello Mr. Ali. Now imagine if a passenger cancelled his flight and we want to delete him, what should we do? In this case, we have to create another function. Let's call it cancelled, for example. So this function def cancelled take self and then passenger, the name of our class dot number, but this time we will make it minus equal 1. And then it's return a message. So return if we last name to know who cancelled this flight, so self last underscore name, and then has cancelled the flight. Now imagine if Muhammad has cancelled his flight. Let's run the cancelled function. So in this case, print passenger underscore 3 dot cancel. And then let's print passenger, which is the name of our class, dot number, to check if a passenger cancelled his flight. Will the passenger's number be the same, or it will be deducted by 1? Let's print. After getting hello Mr. Ali, we got Ali has cancelled the flight, which is in the cancelled function. Self.last name, because we set passenger underscore 3, which is Muhammad Ali. We took the last name Ali. So Ali has cancelled the flight. And after one passenger cancelling his flight, we check the number of the passengers by writing the class name of the passenger.number, and we got 2. So in summary, the passenger class encapsulates attributes first name, last name, and gender, and methods such as full name, greeting, and cancelled into a single unit. Encapsulation helps maintain the integrity of passenger information and interacts with the class. And for abstraction, the passenger class abstracts the concept of a passenger with methods like full name and greeting. Abstraction refers to providing a simplified view of an object's essential features, while hiding the complexity of its internal workings. And now let's go for inheritance. The passenger class doesn't explicitly demonstrate inheritance in this code snippet. So let's introduce a class called VIP passenger that inherits from the passenger class. The VIP passenger class would add an additional attribute called VIP status. In this example, we will use super function. In Python, super is a built-in function that allows a subclass to access methods and attributes of its parent class. It's particularly useful when we want to extend or customize the behavior of a parent class in a subclass. So, let's make a class. We call it class VIP passenger. And then we put the parent class, which is passenger, inside. And then let's create init. Div let put inside self and the name of the attributes that we are going to inherit. So first, underscore name, underscore name, gender, and VIP status. And then with super init, when we put the names of the attributes that we are going to inherit, like first name, last name, and gender. Here, last underscore name, and gender. And now let's add our new attribute, which is self.vip status. So self.vip underscore status equal VIP underscore status that we added here, VIP status. So let's create an instance of the VIP passenger class. VIP underscore passenger equal to VIP passenger, the name of our class, and we put our attributes, for example, Leo, Messi, first name and last name, gender, male, and lastly is a VIP status. And now let's demonstrate the inheritance. So print VIP underscore passenger dot we access the full underscore name function. We know that full name is a function that we have created under the parent passenger class. So here, and it return a message. We have a passenger with a full name, then put the first name and the last name. So now let's print VIP passenger. You forgot also the indentation. And here we have it. We have a passenger with a full name, Leo Messi. So firstly, we created class VIP passenger and we put the name of our parent class, which is passenger. And then creating the init, we put first name, last name, gender, and VIP status. We have first name, last name, and gender. Then we don't have to create them again. We just have to inherit them by using super. And because we don't have VIP status in our parent class, which is passenger class, we created it from the beginning. So self.vip status equal VIP status. And then we demonstrate it by using print. So print VIP passenger dot full name, the name of the function that we want to access. And we got our message. We have a passenger with a full name, Leo Messi. And finally, polymorphism. Polymorphism is not explicitly demonstrated in this code snippet. Polymorphism allows different classes to be treated as instances of the same class through a common interface. Let's demonstrate polymorphism by creating a function that interacts with both passenger and VIP passenger instances. We create a function called def display rating for passenger, and then print passenger dot rating. And now it demonstrates the polymorphism using the display greeting function. And here we have it. We got hello Mr. Messi. In this code, polymorphism is demonstrated through method overriding in the VIP passenger class. In this example, both passenger and VIP passenger classes have a greeting method. The greeting method in the passenger class returns a generic greeting based on the passenger's gender, while the VIP passenger class inherits this method but also has the option to override it. By overriding greeting method in the VIP passenger class, we demonstrate polymorphism. The VIP passenger class can provide a different implementation of the greeting method, specific to the VIP passengers, while still being treated as a passenger object. Polymorphism in Python allows methods to be called on objects of different classes, even if those classes have different implementation of the same method name. In this case, the display greeting function can work with both passenger and VIP passenger objects, because both classes have a greeting method. When display greeting is called with a passenger object, it prints a greeting appropriate for a regular passenger. Similarly, when called with a VIP passenger object, it prints a greeting appropriate for a VIP passenger. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If yes, then please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Until next time, happy analyzing.